cure, we heard there might be some nasty side effects going on for poor Major.
Who said that?
Of course you know your boss.
Oh, my boss said that. Oh, then we kind of all got together and had a writers' lunch, cast and writers, and they were like outlines on the board of what's coming from season 2 and spoilers, and I looked at none of them. I didn't want to know. I just wanted to receive my episode 1, season 2 script and start. So I have no tidbits to tell you, and anything Rob told you is news to me. I'm like, really? That's happening? But yeah, so I've been staying away from spoilers.
Well, what can you tease about the first? What can you tease about the first episode?
The first, I haven't received it.
Oh, you haven't even seen it?
No. I think we get it next week. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I know, what I do know is I get to reference Star Wars, because they were excited to tell me we got a Star Wars reference for you, and I was like, bang. And that's as much as I found out, so that's the big scoop. I get to make a Star Wars reference.
Have you had to request like maybe less rat scenes, because we know you're not that fond of those?
Yeah, I don't like rats. No, you know what? I feel like by the end of filming I was alright with the rats, and if I now request it, then they'll be like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should get snakes for season 2. So I'm kind of like, I'm pro rat now, because I don't want them to change and give me something worse. You know, oh, Ravi needs to the cure with a boa constrictor, and cool. Rats are now fine.
Well, how do you feel about Blaine kind of entering into the world as kind of like one of the pro superheroes for the next season?
As Blaine?
Yeah, Blaine joining their crew, so to speak.
Does he? Again, this is going to be the funniest. Really, he does. How do I feel? Wow.
You gotta have a powwow.
I mean, that's interesting. Blaine's one of them characters you love to hate, and he wouldn't work without David Anders' charm. And even in those few scenes where Blaine was in the morgue with Liv and Ravi, the tension, you always felt like at any moment this situation could just go real bad, real dark. And I think any more time we can spend with Blaine in those situations where it's not clear what the line is, will just be better for the audience and better for us and better for the show.
Now we know Major's kind of in the know because he knows about the zombies, he's got the cure. He's also kind of in the team as well. So your club's kind of expanded rapidly.
Yeah, I mean, Peyton knows, Major knows, I know, Liv is. I mean, it's only Clive. About like one person that doesn't know. It's like the world's worst kept secret. Yeah, I guess, the club has kind of expanded. But in a weird way, like, I love procedural shows, I do. I like shows, for me, hybrids are great. X-Files is one of my favourite shows, and it has procedural elements, it is, but they also have their serial moments, and iZombie was an interesting one, because when we started, particularly the first 4, they were pretty procedural, and I get that, and some people like that, some people don't. But the feedback iZombie started getting when Major was brought in and he was on his journey, and that was happening every episode, and Blaine was doing his thing with the procedural, the feedback was far more unanimous. Everyone was on board with that format. So I think having Major know, having a club expand, having that kind of Scooby-Doo gang, which is almost like the comics, I think that's probably the right step based on what we've received feedback-wise. Sorry?
What would you like to see
to who? Ravi? There was weird things that, like, it's hard because I think as an actor I'm biased towards certain things, and what I might want to do isn't right for the character. It's just me, like, wanting to, like, I love playing, and I always have up until Ravi, play dark characters. I play bad guys like David, basically, and I always relish it, I always enjoy it, and I love playing gritty characters, and then I get to play a ball of sunshine, happy Ravi. So going in season 2, I would love some real grit, some darkness, but I don't know if that's right. That's just me bringing my own thing, but and being in my comfort zone. But I'm happy with him as a character, and I've said I don't really want backstory. I don't want to see who his parents are. I kind of like him existing in that world as he is. And just having him as a monster.
What about if the marriage story gave him some more grit?
I'm always nervous about the whole, it's Darth Vader kind of thing, you know? Great character walks in on that ship and everyone's like, this is amazing, and then you find out he's a 9-year-old pod racer and then he has an immaculate conception. It weakens that later bit. So like, I'm always funny about backstory. I don't like it for the sake of it. Sometimes it's just stronger when a character like the Joker is.
What about more Star Wars references?
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll take Star Wars references and stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Well, wouldn't you like to see Robbie and Clive have some of their own adventures a bit more?
Yeah, I would. I think there's good scope for comedy between the two characters, but also on a personal level, I'm very close to Malcolm. He's like my big brother, and I wouldn't. This show's been a big shock to my system, you know, and without. It's a lot to take in, going from nothing and not really working to being on iZombie and working in America and going to Comic Con, and I wouldn't have handled it very well without Malcolm. And just because of that reason and our connection, I want to work with him more, and I hope our characters have more interaction because I love him.